It is I, known as Lady Nada, who communes with you from the fifth dimension of your earth. First, I would like to acknowledge Omashar and his beautiful song, I Am. Such lovely harmonies. May the light of your inner God being bless you, Omashar. As I greet all of you, beloved roses of the Radiant Rose Academy, and beloved roses of Mother Akasha's YouTube family, I am grateful for this time with you. And I would like to remind you why it is that we refer to each of you as roses. The rose is the divine flower of the Divine Mother. Each of you in this world are born of a physical mother. And yet there is another mother, the mother of all mothers, the mother of all the children of the earth, and that is the Heavenly Mother's presence. And perhaps most of you are the first amongst the people of earth to honor, to celebrate, to acknowledge that there is not only a Heavenly Father's presence of our universe, that too there is a Heavenly Mother's presence of our universe. Life and the polarity of life, light of the Father, love of the Mother. Beloved Rose Hearts, the Ascended Masters teach that as we all evolve, wherever we are, as we cultivate our spiritual heritage, a mighty passion, a passion for life, begins to rise up in ourselves. And with that passion, we become aware of what interests us the most. We become aware of qualities of life that we come to love. We begin to seek to exemplify the quality or qualities that we most admire and love, and exemplify that quality in how we live and how we might serve and assist others the most. I, Lady Nada, the quality that I have loved is inspiration. And now in my service as an Ascended Master Lady, it is my greatest joy to be an inspiration to others. For those who may be meeting me or hearing me for the first time, I lived long ago on your earth during a time that was referred to as the Fifth Golden Age, some 2 million years ago. Many of today's ascended hosts who make up your spiritual hierarchy, many of them, such as Lord Melchizedek and many others, are those beautiful beings who graduated life, resurrected, served, and achieved their ascension during the fifth golden age. My family at that time were the royal family overseeing that golden age. However, I did not complete my own soul evolution, gaining my own freedom in the ascension, until approximately 2,800 years ago, some 800 years before the life of Jesus Christ. It was in my last embodiments on the earth that I discovered my passion, the quality of life that I loved the most, that being inspiration. And therefore, in these few moments that I have with you, I seek to bring to your attention a few ideas to inspire each of you with an awareness that I hope will light a new spark in each of your hearts in how you live your daily life. Your earth plane began in 2012 a new golden age, a seventh golden age, and this one is intended to be the final and permanent golden age of your Earth's third dimension. And time to fulfill this golden age is allotted 10,000 years for all of humanity to awaken and live and fulfill their divine heritage, purpose, and destiny. Many of today's ascended host, including the family of Jesus and others such as Master Kutumi, Saint Germain, Lady Leto, and all the goddesses and others who are ascended and free today, are ascended masters who have come to the earth over the last 7,000 years, all for the purpose of contributing to the preparations necessary to ensure this new golden age succeeds. At the beginning of every golden age, such as now upon your earth, all that is not of the light, all discord and evil must be revealed in order to be washed away from the people and your dimension. And while this process unfolds, there must be a great awakening of a good portion of the people to support the first 100 years of this golden age, ensuring that the foundations necessary of a new golden age are firmly in place. And so, and appropriately so, there are storms in your world presently that are part of the great revealing and ultimately the clearing and washing away from the earth what is not the light and the beginning of a great awakening. Precious hearts, every awakening of civilization requires many individuals and groups who will become torchbearers of the light, those who are truly ready to spiritually grow and evolve. Thus, every golden age begins with many spiritual groups showing up to continue spiritually growing and to help others to do the same. So now, as I greet you, beloved roses, and Mother Akasha's YouTube family, I hope my few words of inspiration may help bridge the discordant times that seem to be unfolding on your earth, to offer you some awareness and some guidance. First, I ask you to trust that during these times and your spiritual growth, that you will evolve into the most extraordinary, wonderful, best versions of yourself, which, with Mother Akasha's direction, will produce in and for each of you the most radical transformation of what you seem to be and what you will become in your near future in the most magnificent ways. I, Nada, come to lend you my inspiration to now experience personally such a passion for spiritual growth, becoming so enlightened in the role that energy and consciousness play in your physical, mental, and emotional health, that is key to unlocking your full spiritual potential. With all the stress that we observe the people in the world are feeling, it is so important, beloved hearts, to live your life as stress-free as you can, and to realize so thoroughly that thinking about problems too much, reliving past events, how you handle present-day challenges or problems, or even imagining future worst-case situations. All of this, beloved hearts, can cause such a negative impact upon your brain and physiology, just by thinking too much on the past, not really knowing and planning how you deal with things from day to day, or even trying to control seemingly unpredictable futures, especially at this time. And what I wish to bring to your attention is that as your left brain is used in any of these ways, this so often activates or turns on the body's stress hormones, which then consume so much of your daily energy and limits the expression of your consciousness. When using your brain, mind in this way, thinking about problems too much, reliving past events, how you handle present daily challenges or problems, or even imagining future worst-case situations. All of this, precious hearts, so often turns on the body's stress hormones, which then consumes so much of your daily energy and does limit the expression of your consciousness. For when the brain turns on the stress hormones, then your sympathetic nerve system turns on, activates, and the body, the physical body, mobilizes an enormous amount of energy in response to those stress hormones. Energy that you then do not have available to accomplish all that you desire to live. So it is this. This is my subject today. To help you, to inspire you, to disengage from thinking about problems too much. Disengage from reliving past events. Be more discerning and thoughtful about how you can handle present-day challenges or problems in a way that are not full or charged with anxiety and worry. And to try, considering all the storms that are in the world, to not engage in imagining future worst-case situations. For when you engage in those things, then the brain hormones get activated. And then, as I stated, your sympathetic nervous system gets activated and the body mobilizes an enormous amount of energy in response to those stress hormones. Energy no longer available to you to accomplish wonderful things in your life. Have you actually thought? Have you organized? Have you planned in a wonderful, gentle, and love-giving way, heart-centered way? Have you chosen, made a choice about how you handle present day things, appearances, challenges, Do you know? And is it such a part of your inner program that when things happen, forgive me, that you move into some motion, action that can handle those things in the most graceful way, ways that do not produce anxiety and worry. Mother Akasha and Papa Sun, for many years, have encouraged each of you to live from the inside out rather than living by reacting to what is going on in the world. For it is in those reactions that we can get ourselves into a place that is not emotionally, mentally, or physically healthy for ourselves. I urge each of you this day to make a decision to be so heart-centered in all your thinking, all your being, all your feeling, and all that you are expressing. I know that Mother Akasha and her Tree of Life class is going to reveal now many ways in which each of you can rest the left brain thinking mechanisms and begin to harness the many virtues and qualities and creativity of the right brain. I know that Mother Akasha will reveal to you more of a region in the right brain that is referred to Avalon. I know that Mother Akasha will soon reveal what has not been discovered by science are certain hormones within the brain that once activated by the great sacred seed hidden at the nucleus of your being will initiate the most wonderful, radical transformation of yourself, the life you are living. For all of this unfoldment, you will require the full energy of your life and the full life force that radiates through your physical life to be ample, to be full, and not to be lost because stress hormones are being activated that then consume so much of your energy. So, beloved hearts, may I inspire you with some ideas to ensure that this doesn't happen, that you don't inadvertently activate the brain stress hormones. May I make some recommendations? I hope they will be helpful. Moments and minutes can be precious when they're filled with such loving intention. taking moments every day just to sit still. Tell yourself to breathe slowly and deeply. Internally, tell yourself to anchor your attention into the stillness of your heart and stay there for a couple of minutes and then go on about your day. May I also remind you that deep within your inner consciousness is an inner presence that is closer to your God self than your outer self presently is. Therefore, I would suggest that daily, all seeming problems and appearances in your life, that you mentally turn them over to this magic presence that resides deep within your consciousness for guidance, solutions, and then turn your attention away from those things for a while, so that later in the day the guidance and solution can come to you. I also encourage you to make a decision rather than just letting things happen or allowing yourself to be exposed through reacting, rather than asking yourself, how shall I respond? I encourage you, precious hearts, to be on record with yourself that you choose not to worry, you choose not to make yourself anxious, that you choose to conquer yourself, and you determine. Don't let someone else determine. You determine what you will entertain in your mind and your feelings. I would also like to encourage each of you to go outdoors a little more, to go for walks and enter into contemplative, right brain, relaxed states of awareness. By inviting yourself to observe and be aware of your surroundings without thinking too much. I encourage you, as Mother Akasha has recommended, to enter into 2 to 3 meditations every day. I have seen the beautiful meditations that are available in the Academy online store, and I certainly invite you to meditate each day. I would also ask you, precious hearts, to invite me, I, Lady Nada, and invite your own heart-feeling side of life to increase your passion intensely. Beloved Lady Nada, come to me with your angels as I invite my own heart and feeling side of life to stir deep within my will, my feeling side of life. Stir that mighty quality of passion, that it might rise up in me so intensely, so strongly, call upon I and your own heart feeling side of life to increase your passion for life intensely. And I will come and do so. Take time, precious hearts, to ask yourself and discover what it is that you are most passionate about. Ask yourself, what quality of life do you love the most? And make an inner choice. Decide that you will live that quality that you love the most, that you will live that quality every day until that quality becomes a service that you provide to others. Pay attention to your right brain a little more. And welcome from Mother Akasha, and welcome from your own wellspring of inner knowing, new revelations about your right brain. Try this little exercise for about 15 seconds. Take the palm of your right hand and place it on the top of your right brain. While your hand is resting on your right brain without pressure, inwardly affirm Jesus' statement, that being, I am the resurrection and the life of my right brain. And all new revelations of the wonderful God activities of my right brain. I am the resurrection and the life of perfect, balanced activity between my right brain and my left brain. And I am grateful, for I seek to be fully balanced, right and left brain. Then I will be more capable of being fully balanced between my heart and my mind. I also encourage you, precious hearts, embrace music that you love. Embrace and honor your friendships and sharing time with each other. Watch a good film. Take up a creative hobby. Volunteer some of your time in helping others. In mentioning these few things, all of these will contribute to make sure that you are not activating the stress hormones in your brain and body, which then produces such problems with your health and how well you show up in this world. Try to understand, precious hearts, why the masters ask you not to have emotionally charged opinions, because this too consumes so much of your energy that you're going to require in a wonderful God transformation that seeks to come forth for each of you. Discovering how you can have observations without emotionally charged opinions is very liberating, especially in how we feel. Daily, practice to empty yourself of the world consciousness, ensuring that your own divine and sacred consciousness, fully balanced in light and love, is growing each day. Remember, world consciousness is charged with duality, good and evil. And the way that world consciousness sustains itself is by engaging in the 5 human habits that the Ascended Host have always revealed that humankind must overcome and conquer themselves. Those habits being criticism, condemnation, judgment, blame, and gossip. Be honest, be clear with yourself that as long as you are willing to engage those 5 habits, then you are making room for the world consciousness of duality to still live inside you. And if that's what you choose, then the higher consciousness of polarity, light and love, will not have the opportunity to grow in you. Be clear. World consciousness offers duality, good and evil. Higher consciousness, God consciousness, Christ consciousness offers polarity, the perfect balanced activity of light and love. And at the end of each day, precious hearts, everything you were addressing that day, try to just turn that over to the great God presence that dwells deep within your being, so that your God presence can handle those things while your body rests and sleeps, so that you may face those things in the most wonderful, graceful way in your next day, almost as if there is a presence that is going before you and handling all things. Finally, never forget to keep inviting the presence of angels into your life. I am Nada. I thank you for these precious moments, this opportunity to be with you. And if you will remember me, I will remember you. Adonai, 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 dear friends of the light.